G'day guys, Joey here, Jollip Lures, and we are showing you our exciting lures that we've been talking about on social media for the last couple of days. These lures were to go to the timber lure markets put on by Matt from Baramba Lures. Unfortunately, as we've explained, we can't get there. COVID has us here in lockdown, but nevertheless, you guys here might not necessarily been able to get to the markets to get some of these lures, can now jump on tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, they're going to be live, Friday night that is. Super excited to share these guys with you. So let's just jump in and talk about the main one. Let's just grab this little baby here. So these are the Silly Fizz 60. So the first major thing you'll notice is the lure is actually made on its side. So typically this lure would sit this way in the water as a fizzer. I've made these sideways, so the larger body surface is actually sitting flat onto the surface of the water. We've got one propeller here at the back. I haven't gotten the front one, we'll get to that in a minute. And I've painted these in some just crazy color schemes because these were going to be aimed at some sort of collecting guys. Like we've got watermelons in there. We've got the good old banana. I'll drop in here below so you can get a closer look up all these, but we've got the banana. Got AU there. AU's an absolute cracker. It's just your typical AU, a little bit of a different back on it. You've got money bags there. It's an absolute ripper. So each side has a different color, as you can see there, and the downside has the large eye on there as well. Then we've got herring. We've got herring there. As you can see, it's an absolute fish catching machine. And last but not least, black and gold, an absolute pearl. You can't go wrong with the black and gold. You can see there on the top is the orange. Very excited about that one. Alrighty, so given that this only has a propeller on the back, what this lure actually does, it gives you a couple of options with the retrieve. Now, the first retrieve, as you can see here now, just a nice, slow, gentle roll. And that back propeller, if anyone's familiar with the old wood choppers, it's very similar, just that brrrr through the water. Just a nice, slow roll. Because it's sitting sideways on the surface of the lure, it doesn't roll or spin. So you can actually wind it quite fast. And it still stays spinning. So that's an absolute cracking retrieve. Now the next one here is by far my favorite, the walk the dog retrieve. Now what this lure does is when you walk the dog, because of that sort of pointy front end on the lure here, it actually dives down. Like a lot of, there's some other surface lures on the market that are designed to twist and weave under the surface. Now this actually does that quite well, as you can see here. When you walk the dog, that fizzer rips, but it just dives and weaves and twists and ducks all the way under the water. You can work it nice and fast, you can work it slow, but that walking the dog retrieve with it is an absolute cracker. Yeah, I think that is going to be an absolute fish catching machine. Alrighty, so that's the Silly Fizz. As I said, I'm super excited about this one. It's just something different. Now, you'll notice the large eye. I've chosen to do that. Just something different. The fish never get to see an eye because the eye's on the side of a lure. Now, these eyes are custom made by a company in America called Dead Meat Customs. Check them out on Instagram. They make fantastic eyes. They're not a cheap eye, but man, you get what you pay for at the end of the day. They look fantastic. So I've got 24 of those. They're all numbered. They're all signed. There's 6 colors, 4 of each color. Now, each color is numbered. Now, on the online store, when you want to jump on and buy one, if you are a collector and you want a specific number, just click down the options and you've got to pick from numbers 1 through to 4. The last thing I have for you guys is a couple of box sets. What's a lure release? We've had a few box sets. Now, I had a few leftovers when I made the Fizz, so I thought I'll just do a few little box sets. Now, you might want to collect these, you might want to fish them, it's entirely up to you. This box set here comes with a Silly Fizz 60, as you can see there, and a Creek Rodent in the watermelon color there. So that one's numbered number 1, and that is also on the online store. Now, the next one here, as you can see, is the same deal. Silly Fizz 60 and a Creek Rodent, lovely fish catching colors. That's set number 2, that's listed as that on the website, so by all means jump on and you can grab that guy as well. Last but not least is this little fella here. This has 3 creek rodents in it. They're numbered 3, 4, and 5. So there's a banana, there's a herring, and there's a black and gold in that one, as you can see. So by all means, the price hasn't gone up more because it's in a fancy little box. It's exactly the same as the individual. It's actually a little bit cheaper to buy the 3, I've worked out. So just buy them and fish them. It's entirely up to you. So there we have it, guys. That's what's happening tomorrow night, Friday night at 6 p.m. Everything will be on our website. We'll post up the link. Everyone, I think, knows now where our website is, jolliplures.com. Follow the shop links, go through, and you'll find everything in there. Don't forget, spend your usual $100 and we'll throw in the shipping for nothing. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, jump on, don't miss out.